Are you getting Prabhuji the message?
Yeah, I got the message.
Okay. Thanks, Prabhuji. It's recording now.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatin Vyasam Tadodayam Udarayet Nashtapraya Shvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Makam Karati Vachalam Pangam Langaite Girim Yatkurpatva Mahamande Sri Guru Tinataram Paramanandam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 4, Text 11. Namanti yatpada niketam atmanaha Shivaya haniya dhanani satrabham Katam sa vira shriyam anga dustyajam Yuva yaishato ustrastum aho sahashubhi. Word meaning translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namanti, bow down, Yatpada, whose feet, Niketam, under, Atmanaha, own, Shivaya, welfare, Haniya, used to bring about, Dhanani, wealth, Satravaha, enemies, Katam, for what reason? Sa, he, Viraha, the chivalrous, Shriyam, opulences, Anga, O Suta Goswami, Dustayajam, insuperable, Yuva, in full youth, Aishata, desired, Utsrastum, to give up, Aho, exclamation, Saha, with Ashubhi life. Translation. He means Parikshit Maharaj. He was such a great emperor that all his enemies would come and bow down at his feet and surrender all their wealth for their own benefit. He was full of youth and strength, and he possessed kingly opulences that were difficult to give up. Why did he want to give up everything, including his life? This was the question by the saintly people who gathered in Naimisharanya. Srila Prabhupada purport, there was nothing undesirable in his life. He was quite a young man and could enjoy life with power and opulence. So there was no question of retiring from active life. There was no difficulty in collecting the state taxes because he was so powerful and chivalrous that even his enemies would come to him and bow down at his feet and surrender all wealth for their own benefit. Maharaj Parikshit was a pious king. He conquered his enemies, and therefore the kingdom was full of prosperity. There was enough milk, grains, and metals, and all the rivers and mountains were full of potency. So materially, everything was satisfactory. Therefore, there was no question of untimely giving up his kingdom and life. The sages were eager to hear about all this. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshmarun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sita Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Cham Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Vishakhanvitam Cham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostame Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Papanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So welcome another Bhagavatam class. Yesterday we had a little bit. Now the sloka is continuing. Here the sages who gathered in the Naimisharanya, they were all asking. So they had little bit information about Parikshit Maharaj, and they were inquiring. He was such a great emperor that all his enemies would come and bow down at his feet. When everything is going on so wonderful, and at the end, they were asking, why did he want to give up everything, including his life? So they were not fully aware of the Parikshit Maharaj's history. So they wanted to inquire from Suta Goswami. Now, Suta Goswami is now explaining here, and Prabhupada has given wonderful purport here. There was nothing undesirable in his life. When this happens, when we have everything in our life, like all the opulences, then we forget Krishna. Too many luxuries, too many comforts, and all facilities. This all will make us, forget Krishna. That's why we should always, remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. These two principles are very, very important. Then what makes us so remember? The more we chant the holy name of the Lord and we execute devotional service, the more we engage in his service, automatically we can able to remember him. So otherwise, whole our life, we do some nonsense or we do even materially good also. That will not make us remember Krishna. But Parikshit Maharaj was not like that. So here, it is mentioned that when nothing undesirable in his life, he was quite a young man and could enjoy life with power and opulence. And actually, when nothing is undesirable in Nectar of Instruction, and also in other scriptures, it is mentioned that Anya Bilashita Sunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyana Krishna Nusilanam Bhakti Uttama. So this is the proper qualification actually. Nowadays also we keep seeing a person who is an of average economic standard. He wears very costly shirt and costly pant and glasses and shoes, and he looks like very rich person, but he is not actually rich. But the real rich person, he does not pose himself as wearing too many costly things, but he wants to be rich. That's it. It is not an exhibition. Here, Parikshit Maharaj also, nothing is undesirable in his life. Whatever he wanted beautiful wife, he wanted beautiful children, he wanted all the opulent kingdom, horses, elephants, cows, and all the jewelry, diamonds, pearls, rubles, whatever he says, everything is done just by his word, royal order. Everything is put in front of him. So then because he was Vishnurata, right from the womb, he had a darshan of the Supreme Lord, then he can able to remember the Lord, and all the opulences though he got, but he can able to renounce them at a single point. And this was quite impossible for a normal person. Normally people, don't retire from opulence. They want to enjoy all the comforts, luxuries at home. And they ask his wife or his son or daughter-in-law, they bring in front of him and they want to relax in easy chair and they want to enjoy the retired life. And there is no way of spirituality. They don't remember Krishna at the time of their death, because whole their life they were only for comforts and luxuries and opulences, and there is every chance that they cannot remember Krishna. And whatever they remember something else, antakale chumamyeva smaran mukta kalevaram. And MBM vapi smaran vapan ante kalevaram. Whoever at the time of the death remembers, then he will have that particular body. That's what we learned in Bhagavad Gita. So Parikshit Maharaj was not like that, because their ancestors, in the previous words, we learned that he is a good representative of all the Pandavas, and he has got all the good qualification. So he is a king. Actually, King Parikshit was a Raja Rishi. There were so many Rajas, but they are not Rishis. And there were so many Rishis, they were not Rajas. But he was a Raja Rishi. Raja Rishi, the word meaning is Raja means the king, Rishi means the saintly person. The combination of these two is so wonderful, but it is very, very rare. But Parikshit Maharaj was a Raja Rishi. Externally, he looked like a king, a very richest person, and mustache, something like that. He was very chivalrous and brave and bold. But internally, he was a devotee of the Lord. He has got all saintly qualifications. And, these qualifications, he was exhibiting when there was a death notice came to him. He did not, afraid of this death. And he did not counteract also that. This is the qualification of a saintly king. So the small boy Shrungi, he cursed Parikshit Maharaj that he would die in 7 days. But just for a while, he got, confused or bewildered. But later on, he did not go to that boy and he did not speak to him and he did not counter curse also. He did nothing actually. This is the saintly qualifications. That's why he is called, Raja Rishi. His kingdom was full of prosperity. Why full of prosperity? Because the king is pious and he was so wonderful. And first and foremost is he was devotee of the Lord. But nowadays, if we see the kings, they have so many affairs outside their marriage, or the king, is not moral, and he had got so nowadays in democracy, the kings or presidents or prime ministers, they are not actually moral people. They have so many things, but the general public, even that's not considered. His personal life is not considered, like how many people he married, or how many children he had, or how many times he cheated many people. They don't count all these things. Just we want him as a president or prime minister. We want only that one, and whether he has laid the roads, and those things only they take into consideration. But as per Vedic culture, the king should be a devotee of the law. Even Srila Prabhupada says, if any person would like to contest like MLA or MP or minister, if he wants to contest, he should have read the Gita if he is a Hindu. You should have read the Quran if he is a Muslim. He would have read the Bible if he is a Christian. Then only he can able to contest. Then there is a checkpoint. Not many people, will come forward for this. But Kali Yuga is so degraded. Any person can contest, and any person can rule the kingdom. But this was given by the calm, ignorant people. They do not know how to select and elect a leader for them. So Parikshit Maharaj was not like that. He did not counteract the boy Shungi from whom he got the curse, and nor he blamed God also. He did not do anything. Simply he went to the Ganges and he met so many saintly people because he was also a saintly. Then he liked Sukadeva Goswami's message very much, and he just followed it, and they both came into agreement. They sat on the bank of the river of Ganga, and 7 days non-stop pastimes of the Lord were continuously recited by Sukadeva Goswami, and Parikshit Maharaj had shravan continuously. That God purified both of them and the surrounded people and the place also. Similarly, anybody is chanting the holy name of the Lord and reading and hearing Bhagavatam in any place, let it be even a toilet also, or a bathroom or a house or in a garden or in a park or in any open place, the whole place will be completely, surcharged with the spiritual vibration, because the holy names and pastimes of the Lord are being, um, distributed there, and that is the power of Krishna. So here we can understand that when his kingdom was full of opulence, like, there was enough milk, grain, metals, and all the rivers and mountains were full of potency means this is nothing but Ramarajya only. So because the king was a devotee of the Lord and he was a saintly person, all these things were possible. So when these things will not happen, and we can guess that the Kali Yuga has started. So the moment the Supreme Lord left this planet, then the Kali period has started. But in spite of all that, because the Parikshit Maharaj was so chivalrous, he did not allow Kali Purusha into his kingdom. Later, when we keep on reading so many other verses, in detail, we will discuss. Many of our leaders also will share with you. I have some more few points like this. As soon as the Kali entered, the main four pillars of Dharma have been broken. It is standing only on one pillar. And the four pillars of Dharma will stand, meat eating, intoxication, illegal sex, and gambling. And these four are the main obstacles for Dharma. In Kali Yuga, they have been already broken. That's why we see till today also, many people are not following these four regulatory principles. Thereby, they break the pillars of Dharma. And they are all actually sinful activities. And these sinful activities make people, very degraded. And the next generation, till the end of Kali Yuga, this problem will persist and people get troubled like anything. So in this context, I just like to mention who are all some other opulent kings also. Some other opulent kings like King Ambarish. King Ambarish, he was also a Raja Rishi, and he had everything like Parikshit Maharaj. He had a great kingdom, all Samanta Rajas, and great opulences, taxes were collected. And from his side, he became a wonderful devotee, and he executed all the Navavida Bhaktis so fantastically so that all his citizens also could able to follow. This is very, very important. A leader, a father, or a guru, and the country's head CEO, whoever they may be, if they are pious, automatically their citizens or children, they also follow. So Yatha Raja, Tada Praja, like that it follows the principle. So King Ambarish, he used his hands to worship the Supreme Lord. He used his eyes to have the darshan of the Lord, and he used his legs to walk to the temple. Like that, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam, all these he had executed so fantastically, so wonderful. But one day, as you all know, one saintly person, one rishi arrived by name Durvasa. He was actually, little bit jealous. So he is a king, he's a kshatriya. What does he know about the spirituality? I am a great rishi, like that he had some ego and there was a big tussle. And Lord had taught him a lesson with Sudarshan Chakra. All these things happened because he was a Raja Rishi, devotee of the Lord, he was properly protected. And even after, Durvasa Muni went to all these planets and came back, Ambarish Maharaj did not blame him. He did not speak a single word also. Then he offered, he was requesting Sudarshan Chakra. Oh, Sudarshan Chakra, whatever piety I have earned all these years, I am just transferring into you, and please protect this saintly person. You see, this is the quality of a saintly king, Raja Rishi. Then immediately Sudarshan withdrew himself, And Durvasa Muni, he was so happy and tears were flowing in his eyes. And, Ambrish Maharaj, actually, he embraced him. There were, great love of exchange happened. So this is the saintly quality. The same quality even our King Parikshit also he had. Another example I can also mention Raghunath Das Goswami. He was also a saintly person, and they had a very rich family. And just like King Parikshit, also this Raghunath Das Goswami had all opulent, beautiful wife, beautiful children, and beautiful property, and wonderful parents, and he had everything. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was passing by, he immediately came and he said, "Oh Mahaprabhu, I like to join your company. Can you please accept?" Mahaprabhu said, "No, you have family, children, but all of a sudden, if you are coming, but this is not Yukta Vairagya. But I will really identify you. I will really give you proper time. So I will tell you when to come, when not to come." Like that, Mahaprabhu suggested. And later, after some years, Raghunath Das Goswami was accepted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then, see, I gave example of Ambarish. I gave another example of Raghunath Das Goswami. Now, even present day also such saintly people are available, though they were very rich, though they were opulent. Like, Ford Car Company, Alfred Ford. And he also approached Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada, received him very well. And because of his enthusiasm and inquisitiveness, Srila Prabhupada gave him initiation. And till today, he is alive. Alfred Ford, who became Ambarish Das, initiated by Srila Prabhupada, and he became the major contributor for this Temple of Vedic Planetarium, TOVP. And so, though he was very rich and he was untouched by all these opulences, in this way, we also can become saintly in our nature, though we have a little bit money or we don't have money also. In either case, we want to become Das Dasanadas. Just we want to simply become a devotee of the Lord. In this way, we can nicely execute devotional service and be very blissful. So thank you very much. Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. If you have any questions or if you want to add on some points, you are welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
You
Krishna.
mentioned that Vishnu Rata. So we want to know more about that word, Prabhu.
Vishnu Rata. Vishnu Rata means he was blessed and favored by Vishnu. So Parikshit Maharaj, when he was in the womb, Brahmastra was released by Ashwatthama. And, Lord can protect at any instant, at any situation. This is the best example for us. It is not like, we call somebody somewhere in, say, if you say in Bangalore, I am in Hebbal, this Vrajnath Prabhu or Varaha Prabhu, they are somewhere in HBR layout. If I ask Prabhu, can you please come now? No, they say, wait, Prabhu, I will come. They start their engine. Then if they want to reach my place, it may take half an hour or 1 hour also. I cannot suddenly disappear and appear here. But Lord is not like that. Simply you call Govinda, Krishna, Madhava, Madhusudana, immediately he appears within less than a second he appears. Like that, Lord Vishnu appeared, he entered into the womb of Uttara and protected Parikshit Maharaj. So he had darshan of the Lord. Then he became a Vishnu Rath. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I am remembered of our Bhakti Shastri leader Prabhu.
Yeah.
Ratha Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. I just, not to add a point, I was remembering when you said that in Kali Yuga, we all dress well, we always pose as rich. Another place we pose very much is whenever we write a CV, we try to pose more than what we are. Always we give all the other examples, all other details which we have not done also we'll add it in that. That's another place we kind of show our false qualifications or something like that. I just thought I should. I remembered when you said that. That's another place where we actively show ourselves. That place, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. It was very numerous points we have noted out. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other thoughts? Do you want to add something or any questions? We have 3 minutes left. In the meanwhile, someone can read a Prabhupada quote.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
There is competition of loving Krishna even in the party of Srimati Radharani. It is a kind of rasa to complete in loving affection centering around Krishna. Letter to Brahmananda, November 18, 1967, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So there is only this competition is there between Lord and his devotees. Who serves the best? The devotee comes in various ways. He wants to please the Lord, serve the Lord. Lord also he will come and he will serve the devotee in different ways. And there is a big puzzle, big fight. And this happens, when a person in love with the God, not something else. This is a competition between Krishna and his devotees. We do not know who is winning, who is losing, but it is an endless cycle is happening, going on and on and on and on. This is what kind of a rasa both enjoy, Lord and his devotees. This is unlimited and never ending. So we try to be in that race. So one day we can become like that if we take instructions from Guru and Krishna. Okay.
Guru Maharaj quote something.
Okay, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. ಪರೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಶೃಂಗಿ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಅವರ ಮನಸ್ಸೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ದ್ವೇಷನೂ ಬೆಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ತರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಎದ್ದೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೆ ಬ್ರಜನಾಥ್ ಪ್ರಭು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರು ಒಳಗಡೆನೂ ಏನು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಾಯುವ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಕೃಪೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ.
ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸೇನ ಕೌಂತೆಯ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ we keep our association. See, we had association of His Grace Srivas Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu and Kamalakshi Radha Devi Dasi Mataji, and they had association of Guru Maharaj, and he had association of Srila Prabhupada. Like that, it is linked to the parampara. And this association is very much available for everybody, but how much we are utilizing them, that is very, very important. And if we constantly be in touch with this kind of Vaishnavas, automatically, daily we come and we can have a Radha Madhav Mayapur Darshan, Mangalarati, we can do our japa, though so many problems are coming and though our chanting is not proper, but still we are on the track. We may not be perfect, but we are following the path of perfection. Then daily we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and we are dwelling into Srimad Bhagavatam. Over a period of time, we also can become, anagan, sinless, and we can also become, non-envious. These things are possible, provided how much we are taking those into our heart. It is possible. So Mataji, Malini Mataji adigaru.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
మాలిని మాతాజీ అడిగారు, మనం కూడా పరీక్షిత్ మహారాజ్ లాగా శుద్ధ మనసు మనకు సాధ్యమవుతుందా అంటే అది ఎవరికైనా సాధ్యమే. మనము సాంగత్యము ఎవరెవరి సాంగత్యం మనం తీసుకుంటామో ఆ సాంగత్యం ద్వారా మన క్యారెక్టర్ బిల్డప్ అవుతుంది. దాని క్యారెక్టర్ని బట్టి కల్చర్ కూడా వస్తుంది. సో ఎవరి సాంగత్యం తీసుకున్నా అనేది మనం చాలా ముఖ్యం. మందు తాగే వాళ్ళ సాంగత్యమా లేదా భాగవతం వినే వాళ్ళ సాంగత్యం, ఏది ముఖ్యం, ఏది తీసుకుంటాం అనేది. హరే కృష్ణ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఓకే.
Hare
So we
Krishna,
have come to
Prabhuji.
the Hare Krishna.
Can I stop the recording, Prabhuji, now?
Yeah, please stop the recording.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So we have come to